Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day and welcome to a little bit cooler weather. I'm going to tell you all about that in just a moment. On our show today from Third Mutual, we have their board president, Rosemary DiLorenzo, and she's going to talk about a few things, including M&C, the upcoming budget meetings, and other items as well. From the Village Library, Eileen is here today, Eileen Ordway, and one of the things that they're starting up there, they got some iPads over there. She's going to tell you how to use them. We're also going to bring you a segment from Breastlink as well as the Laguna Woods Cat Club. Now let's get to the meetings, and there are a few this week, quite a few, because of all the financial planning. So the first one is the Presidents and Vice Presidents meeting, the Sycamore Room at 10 o'clock. Then there's the special All Boards, All Directors Business Planning meeting for 2019. Now this is the meeting where they all get together, and then right afterwards, as you can see at 3 o'clock also in the boardroom, GRF has their business planning committee after the all boards meeting. So this week every board is going to be having their business planning meeting, and that is, I believe, the second major one, and then we televise the third one in August, and then in September their regular meetings is when they approve the 2019 business plans. All right, let's get to the weather. The biggest change here is, well, cooler for sure. Still going to be hot out there, but the humidity. And the reason for that is because all the monsoonal moisture, the heavy rainstorms that typically come into the southwest, Arizona, New Mexico, or Utah, start to move this way somewhat. So therefore, our humidity starts to go up. You probably noticed that over the weekend. Went up quite a bit, and a little bit more clouds out there. So partly cloudy in the morning and then scattered clouds for the rest of the afternoon. But then going forward, you can see a chance of rain coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. For this area, you're talking maybe about 10 to maybe 20%. But the humidity is definitely going to go up. And there's even a chance of thunderstorms maybe in this area. I can tell you that all week thunderstorms are likely up in the mountain areas. You probably saw yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Big Bear got thunderstorms followed by hail. So that's going to be really the story for the mountain areas this week. Also the deserts, more particularly the high deserts, their chances of thunderstorms are throughout this week. So keep that in mind if you're traveling out somewhere. So the humidity will still be up, but the good news is as we start to go down to the week, we can see we're back to normal temperatures as we get to really Friday, because most of the humidity should go away, and then next weekend in the mid-80s. So very nice weather then. Let's look ahead, let's look at around the county today. Really nice temps everywhere you go. And as I said, down, I'm saying nice because compared to last week, that's what I really mean by that. Still, you're going to feel it. You know, we might get, 88, 89 today, maybe 90. We're going to feel like it's still 95 or so because of the humidity. But cooler weather is on the way, maybe a little rain, which, you know, would be kind of nice. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Hiring a realtor you trust is the first step in selling your home. Selecting an escrow company that can safeguard your money and personal information throughout the transaction is the next step. Escrow Options will guarantee the safety of your personal information and funds from the risks of wire fraud and cyber theft. Choose the escrow company that works for you. Escrow Options Group, protecting consumer assets in escrow since 2005.
And welcome back. With me right now from the third board is their board president, Rosemary DiLorenzo. Nice to have you on this morning.
It's good to see you again. I love when I work with you.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you're here today. We have to mention, because we were talking about it, you're not wearing glasses, you got your LASIK done, and she's a testament to, we were talking ahead of time, how wonderful it is.
It is so incredible. I mean, and I'm so used to wearing glasses all the time, especially to read. And I was like, oh, I can't thread this needle kind of thing. Let me go outside. And just to be able to do everything and not to wear them and all is like the greatest.
Well, I'm waiting one day to like throw these out.
I have a great eye doctor too if you need it.
All right. So lots going on right now. We are in the middle of budget season. I know coming up it will be another one of your meetings that you get with Betty Parker and the finance team, and then of course in August at your you have the actual televised budget meeting.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So you got some meetings coming up though beforehand, of course.
Yeah, actually for our board, and it was really great. We knew that the budget meetings were coming up, so we had pre-budget meetings. Like, what do we? This was before we met with Betty or met with even based on what we know that we have to do, based on things that happen with the units. We still have to. We want to work on the waistlines. We have to work on the copper pipes. We had a dry rot expert in, so we know we have to do that, but what are some other things that we have to do? So we met with M&C and energy, that aspect, and then we met with landscape. So we came up with our ideas. So then the department heads presented to us, and they really, and Betty said, and I was really pleased, she said we were so well prepared for the first go round with her. So we had our preparation meeting, then we met with her. So we're having our next meeting regarding third on Friday, July 13th at 9:30 a.m. in the boardroom. And that's open to all of the residents.
Right.
And this is when we're going into the second review, which is before the review where we'll review it again and then pass it. So, we have some things that we're doing and some things that we're changing. So I know that we're going to get the final printout, I believe, on Friday, and then Steve is our Steve Parsons, our finance chair and treasurer of the board. We're going to meet on Tuesday to come up with questions that we could ask Betty.
Okay. All right.
No, to tighten it up. So we're really excited about trying to get things covered. See things where we might be putting too much money in there. I know we do have to put some money into the cleanup of landscape, because we have to get rid of anything that is a fire hazard. So we worked on that yesterday, where there's too much acacia or things like that. So we're working with staff on that.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to the slopes have always been.
Yeah, and we have more slopes than anybody else. So the thing that we really wanted to emphasize is that we can't plant too much, because when you plant, you use a lot of water.
Yeah.
And some of the planting that had been done in the past might not have been the right planting for the soil. What we really want to do is get them cleaned up. I mean, it doesn't bother me if they have bare spots in some places, but when there's like dead stuff, it's really problematic. So we're going to be really doing quite a bit more of that through the end of this year. We actually have permission from the union. We're working with the union on this to be able to hire that out, because I think that the work is too dangerous for some of our employees who don't specialize in standing on a slope. So rather than going through all of the training that you might do for this work that isn't constant, I think that's where they're going on that. So I think we're out looking for a company and bidding that work out, which is the employees are fine with that. Good, I don't want to go do those anyway, kind of thing.
Plus it'll be expedited a little quicker while the regular landscape is being maintained.
Right.
All right, very good. So you mentioned M&C, that's always a big
we just had our
committee.
M&C meeting on Monday, and right now they're working on the lighting. We're improving the lighting. That isn't having to do with adding lighting, it has to do with taking the lighting that we have and changing the fixtures, so we're not doing any underground wiring, et cetera, but taking the fixtures, improving the fixtures, improving how much lighting we had. And we really had to start in the Gate 6 area, where we have a lot of areas that are darker than others. So we started there. We also are going to start working on fixing the trash chutes. In all of our 3-story buildings, the trash chutes had never been cleaned and had not been repaired. And by repair, it doesn't mean that somebody's going to, the entry doors might be broken, and which of course could let vermin out. And the chutes, it's not like they're really broken on the way down, but sometimes how it's coming out on the bottom, things get stuck, et cetera. So we're working on that, but all the residents are going to be notified. That's something that is not a repeated thing that you do, but something that is 40 years due.
Yeah.
So we're getting that done for the first time. And then we're also, we had quite a bit of pushback on getting Shepherd's Crook, especially in the areas where you need it, because there's some areas where our gates our walls are low, and we're going through a problem with, you know, how high should it be? How high is high enough? Our gates some are higher than others. So I believe that we're going to, in the area where the wall part is the lowest, with the adding of the Shepherd's Crook, it'll still be like 6'4".
Okay.
So we're in the midst of putting that out to bid. We agreed on what style it would be. It's the one with the points going out. They're going out to the outside, not into the inside. Yes. We weren't sure. And we decided on which kind we wanted, and we have already approved the money for that, and that we're going to be working on that. But part of putting that in had to do with us cleaning up the area, the brush. But the other thing is some of the board members, because we discussed everything, wanted to get even higher Shepherd's Crook, but the cost was incredible. And if you have a little low wall, is it going to hold something that's that high? So we probably have to maybe look at some lighting or cameras in the very, very problematic areas. But our security department, we had a little bit of a rash of break-ins in mailboxes, et cetera, but they've been all over it. We haven't had any more reports, but they have really been out there and working that area very hard.
All right, very good. Yeah, I know there's certain areas along Ridge Route, for instance, when Bill Walsh was on, he mentioned how the wall on the outside, when you look at it from the Ridge Route, is only about 3 feet tall in certain parts, because the way the landscape slopes up to it, where other areas it might be 5 feet.
Yeah,
so to get all that,
You know, it's such a shame that many, many, many years ago, we had suggested to some of the former, the former management company, why don't we just start planting a lot of bougainvillea there? Because that certainly gives you a good, and it grows really fast. But right now we have to move on this. We can't wait for plants to grow.
Right.
I mean, we don't have the time.
Yeah. So also you wanted to talk about chargeable services. And first, would you do a favor? There might be a few new people who just moved in. Explain what that is. So some people might go, well, wait, what are services they're talking about, or how does that work? If you give just a brief.
You know, and it's something that we're still working on, because, for example, somebody has to change. I don't mean change a light bulb in your lamp, but some of the lights, you know, the spotlights in the ceiling, and somebody doesn't want to get up on a ladder to do it. So, you know, they want to call someone to come and do that work for them. Or somebody wants I don't know what they're called, you know, the things on the door that, so it doesn't bang into the wall. They want to change those, or change a towel rack, or have a toilet seat changed. So there are quite a number of things that people want to get done, and they want to be able to call a staff member because they feel safer using a staff member. And the thing is that many years ago, and if you have a plumber, you want a fixture changed, your sink is backed up or whatever, or the toilet is running. So we used to do a lot of that. And then they stopped. And I was told, this is before I was on the board, that it would stop because we didn't have enough staff. And we've been trying for a long time to say, okay, we're really building up the staff, we're getting things done, we really have to bring this back on. Right now, United is testing the handyman service to see how it works, because they have so many things that are done for them, because a condo is different than a co-op, and they're a co-op. So they have so many things being done that their service wouldn't be as extensive as ours would be. We want to see how they're balancing it in the computer, how they're saying to somebody, oh, you already had your handyman calls for the month. There's a lot that goes into it. And at the advice of our general manager and staff also, we said we want to see how it works with them. In the meanwhile, we know I have a light out in my kitchen, and I can't do the ladder for that. You know, I'd have to go buy a ladder. Oh, right. I'd better off calling Andy. So and some people say they need help moving boxes, or they want their mattress turned, and these are things. So we're meeting this week to take the list that we were given by staff and just fine-tune it and make it easier for people to use. Okay. And then we're going to bring it to the board and have it voted on and instituted. But we also want to make it the right price, not you know, not charge people more than they should be charged, but not let the rest of the community absorb the cost. You know. So we're working on that.
Very good.
And the last thing that we have that's very important is elections are coming up.
Yes, they are.
It's like it's here already. So we're starting now. Anybody can go up to see Cheryl and get an application. I hope it's Cheryl that they're supposed to see. Well, they could see Cheryl or Catherine and get an application. And then we also have a whole schedule of when your work has to be into the paper, et cetera. And we're actually going to do a campaign with our communications person. We're going to work with United on that. You know, bring us your talent. We need your talent in order to make this community better. And Eileen I said, is that as creative as we could be? You know, so we're going to meet next week with Bert Baum, who is our communications person on our board, and myself, and start working on this. We already set the date for Meet the Candidates to be televised.
Right.
And that's going to be on August 24th at 9:30 a.m. in the boardroom. So we have until then, to get the people to apply, fill out the applications, do all the work. Then we'll do the interviews and rerun them. And then they'll be voting. I think the ballots go out right around Labor Day. Yeah. So it's coming.
I understand, is it three spots on the board?
Three spots. All right. One of the directors said they're going to rerun, but but it's still 3 spots.
Yeah, right.
So we hope that we get a number of people applying. It is fun, and it's very rewarding to do things for the community, and you meet great people. So.
Well, very good. So again, folks, if you're interested, you can come up to the second floor here and get an application. Do you know, is it online yet?
I don't know. I think so. I think it is
I'm
online.
Sure they probably can.
The only thing that we have to change is you cannot fill it in online and just push the button and send it in, because we had a little glitch with that. So you could fill it out, you know, print it, fill it out online, and then bring a copy in. We have to have it received, et cetera. But you'd want to come in and work with staff anyway, so you know. If you have any questions, usually people have questions about the election. Yeah. And there's always somebody on the board who's willing and happy to help anyone who wants to, who is interested in running.
All right, so remember, get your applications in if you're interested, because it's not that far away.
Right. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I want to remind people that it is, am I right, Friday coming up, that you will be having the 13th?
The 13th at 9:30.
The budget meeting. That's an open meeting. We don't televise that one. We televise the August one. So just to let you know.
All right. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Have a great day.
We'll be right back.
Dental health is important, and it can be tough to find the best fit for your needs. Flora Stenger General and Specialty Dental Practice covers most of my dental needs in one location. Their on-staff specialists provide seamless services and communication between me, my doctors, and my insurance company. Located right down the road from Laguna Woods, our bus service stops right in front of their building. For the first time, I'm getting the dental care I need with the treatment I deserve. And my dental health has never been better. Call and book your first appointment today. I'm glad I did.
And Eileen Ordway is with me right now from the Village Library. Always good to see you.
Good to see you, Ken.
Happy to have you here. And of course, you're probably getting a lot of people in over the last week just just to cool off, am I right?
I hope so. I haven't been in since Friday because we have relatives visiting. But yes, I haven't heard that the temperature is lower or higher, so I think it's a great place for people to come and sit. We have a nice reading area. It's very comfortable, and the temperatures, sometimes we're freezing, so yeah.
That's all right. Now, you wanted to talk about the iPads that are in there now. Yes,
Chuck Holland and his IT department were nice enough to come in and set up 2 iPads in our reading area. We have a whole desk area that people can sit at. Up till this point, they had to bring their own computers to use the free Wi-Fi, but now we have iPads. And they can browse the internet, check their email, and like I said, the reading area is a great place to come all summer long and stay cool and search away.
Now, is that first come, first served, or people sign up for time there?
Well, so far we haven't had anybody beating down the doors or waiting for them. It's just people come in and use them, but it hasn't been like a line. I think maybe the word isn't out, and that's why I wanted to make sure that I said that today.
All right.
So please, come in.
When they come in, do they have to sign in? Is there a time limit? How does that work for those?
Right now, again, we don't have a time limit. I think we're going to have to wait and see what the usage is. Every time anybody comes into the library, we ask them to sign in just to show that we have visitors. But if we find that people are waiting or complaining about having to wait to use the iPads, then we may have to set up some kind of procedure like that. But so far, the usage hasn't been so overwhelming that it's a problem yet.
All right, and it's a nice feature. I think a lot of people nowadays have their own devices.
Yes.
They have other options as well, but it's nice to have that in addition to them.
It is. We're hoping that more people will come in and take advantage.
Yeah,
once they know that they're there.
Yes.
So.
Now, tell us about the staff picks.
Okay, you first come into the library, you see the front desk, and then off to the right-hand side, once you've signed in, is all of our shelves with our books and movies, and we're trying to use some of the front sets of shelves to focus on things that people might not have thought of. Okay. We've, for a long time, have had a set of shelves where our new books get displayed for like 5 months before we move them into the regular sets of shelves. Our DVDs are off to the right, and now we've pulled out 2 shelves worth of foreign films that have English subtitles because they before were buried in and people might not have known they were there. But next to the new shelves on the other side, we had healthy living items for a while, but now every 3 to 4 weeks we're going to have a new display just to highlight some of the authors that we have that people might like that they didn't know. So right now we have a couple of authors who write series books who focus on pets, dogs in particular. So the women who set up the display, they have pictures of dogs there. They pulled all our jigsaw puzzles that have dogs featured in them. And then we have 3 authors in particular. One, David Rosenfeld, he's got like 18 books, I think, where the main character, Andy Carpenter, is a lawyer in Paterson, New Jersey. And he has a dog that he loves. And in the first book, he got this big, huge inheritance. And then apparently he's used it to set up a dog rescue. So dogs are intermingled in his stories, even at the same time as he's defending somebody or searching for murderers. And so that sounds really interesting. Another one is Lorien Berenson. Her character is Melanie Travis. She's a teacher and a single mother, and apparently she's trains pedigrees to be in dog shows and things. So she's got a set of poodles who are pedigrees, and they're an integral part of her stories. And W. Bruce Cameron, he wrote The Dog's Purpose. So now and we also have the DVD of that. But he's also got A Dog's Journey, A Dog's Way Home. So right now, those are our display. We're trying to give
very good.
people a new set of books to try out. And the first one of David Rosenfeld's already been checked out. So I think that our display is working.
And this will change every month?
Yeah, every 3 to 4 weeks, we're going to have a new set of items that we're going to display.
Okay, but it'll be based on a theme?
I think that's what they're going to try and do.
Okay,
yes,
all right.
Yes.
Very
Last month we had it was British detectives, like police detectives. They're in series based on them.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what next month will hold, but
no, but that's nice.
And it's all based on what the people that work at the library who volunteer there, who their favorite authors are.
Okay. Now, as far as that going on, you also said the other things that fit the theme, DVDs and puzzles, are all out there.
Yes,
which is kind of nice as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of DVDs, how are you doing with those? Do you need more? Are you getting more in? And I know sometimes you look for more, but other times you get so many, especially of the same movie, that you're kind of done.
Well, we've been, we'll take the DVDs. The books, we prefer newer things, but the DVDs, we'll take them, and then we go through, and if we already have them, we may push them aside to sell. If we don't, we add them to the collection, and anything that's on the newer side, of course, people prefer.
Yeah.
But we have people, it's amazing. You'll see, it's like they're going through the whole collection, letter by letter. They'll come,
sure.
we can take out 3 at a time, and yes. So if there's older things in there, they appreciate them too.
Yeah, as far as your hours, are you still looking to get a nighttime?
Yes.
Or evening?
Right now I'm looking at August 14th, just because I'm going to be the one starting it, and I have some travel coming up. But yes, August 14th, Wednesday evening, we'll stay open till 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So I have to get some more materials out there to announce it to everybody, some flyers and things through Recreation Department. But that's my goal.
All right.
And I'll be here before that and be able to say it again to you on New Year's show.
All right, very good. Now the hours we have on the screen here, Monday to Friday, 10 to 4, and then Saturdays, 10 until 1, the numbers on the screen. And once that starts, you'll tell us about it.
Yes. And then I'll have to get all those things changed.
Do you still need volunteers?
Right now, we're okay.
Good, okay.
Our numbers are kind of low of people coming in, and so we're kind of reorganizing the way we work.
Slower during the summer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, people get out more.
Yes.
During the winter, they want to stay inside the book, right?
Yes.
All right. Always good to see you.
Good to see you
You
too,
take
Ken.
care?
I will.
All
I
right.
will.
We'll be right back. Yeah.
The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is unique in the nation in serving its senior population, our friends and neighbors, with temporary financial assistance. Your donations assist Laguna Woods residents in maintaining their quality of life by providing help with medical bills, food, respite care, Meals on Wheels, and other emergency needs. With village support, the foundation continues to help our residents. Can we count on you to donate?
I'm Dr. Leif Loberg, and I want to welcome you to our brand new facility here in Laguna Woods. We've been serving the community since 2006, and we're super excited to bring you an awesome team of doctors, Dr. Jackson, Dr. Asaturians, Dr. Vian, myself, here to serve you in our brand new state-of-the-art facility. Call us in the morning and we'll get you in the same day, guaranteed.
Back. All right, well, we have some very excited ladies here today to talk about the Cat Club. We have Pat Wilkinson and Beverly Elwell. Is that correct how I said that?
That's correct.
Good, good. Well, thanks, ladies, for coming. I know we're all very excited to talk about the Cat Club. I've had a cat, and my cat lasted like 18 years, so excited.
18? You must have taken great care of that kitty.
She was just the best cat ever. So tell me a little bit about the Cat Club, how it started.
Well, the Cat Club has been around since 1971. Jacqueline Loom was the first president. She unfortunately passed away in 1997, and we don't have as much information about her as we'd like, so if anybody out there has information, right, we'd love to hear about it. But so we've been going strong. We're a mighty little band of volunteers whose goal is to really promote the welfare of cats and all animals, specifically in Laguna Woods. Last year, we adopted out 50 cats.
Wow.
Yes, and since, let's see, 2011, we're close to 600.
Wow.
And we have found loving permanent homes for those kitties. So we're quite proud of that.
That's a lot of cats. And where do you get most of these cats?
Most of the cats come, unfortunately, from owners who are deceased.
Okay.
Or they have come to a point in their lives where they can no longer care for their kitties, and they are looking for a safe, permanent home for them. And so that's really how we acquire most of our kitties.
Okay. And then, you know, how about the club's mission? I mean, obviously it's to find loving homes, but, you know, there's a lot of other things that you do.
Oh my goodness, yes. We try to be a major resource for people in Laguna Woods regarding animal welfare.
Okay.
We support other animal welfare groups. We recently had the Humane Society of the United States, and our members helped them gather the 600,000 signatures that they needed to promote their farm animal initiative.
Wow.
Yes, and it looks like it's going on the ballot now, so we've been very successful. We support our sister organizations. We fundraise. The club is the fundraising arm of our organization.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, our next holiday boutique is coming up November the 10th.
Okay.
And the money that we raise goes to our foster and adoption program, which is our public service component of the club.
Right.
And that covers our vet bills.
Okay, well, sure. I mean, I'm sure you have to do that too, because you just never know what the kitties are going to be like once you get them in. Pat, let's talk a little bit about some of the cats that, you know, how obviously you find them from people bringing them based on what you've said. What happens once they arrive to you guys?
Well, evidently, a lot of the people in here don't realize that we actually have this available for them. So when a cat comes up that needs a home, Bev is usually the one that receives the information, or Nancy, who is involved with the adoption program too.
All right.
So then we go out and interview the person who has the cat that needs to find a home for it.
Right.
And then Bev does all of that, and then I do the photography.
Right.
For to put a video together to put up on the website, and also on Pet Finder's website.
Oh, good. Okay.
So this helps people be able to see the cats in either moving and through video, or just to see them in different positions and different playing with toys and all that kind of stuff. It's better than having one static image of them.
Right.
So you get to.
Well, you must have fun with that.
So I do have fun with that. So it takes about 200 or 300 images to get enough for a 1.5-minute video.
Different than the trees.
Because they're
Because she takes a picture of the trees too, right?
Yep, treats, toys, and a lot of movement. So so it's a challenge, because the cats will do whatever they want to do when they want to do it.
Exactly. Very independent, aren't they?
It's been a great joy. It's been my payback for my Misty, who I adopted almost 2 years ago now from the club.
Oh, that's great.
One morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, I found her on the website.
Oh no, you woke up at 4 and found a cat.
Yes,
oh my
indeed.
gosh.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, we'll get to the photos in just a bit, and we'll talk about some of the cats that are available for adoption. But how about, you want to talk about the distinction between a cat club and the foster and adoption program. So what would be the differences?
Well, the difference is that the club itself is the fundraising arm, and the foster and adoption program is our public service component to that.
Okay.
So we actually have two components to our club. The club is a fundraiser, but it's also a social experience where cataholics can get together and share information. We have absolutely fantastic speakers, because our members are, I have to say, a very intelligent group of humans, and they want answers to things. They don't they're not the kind of people who say, oh, isn't that awful? Somebody should do something about that cat. No, we go and we do something. We go and we in there and we rescue them, and we find them wonderful, wonderful circumstances to live in. So that's basically the difference.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good to know.
We have a meeting on the second Wednesday of every month.
Okay.
At 1:30 at Club S3.
Perfect.
So.
Well, let's take a look at some of those photos to see some of the kitties that you have available.
Okay.
So I think the first one we were showing was Sammy. Tell me about Sammy.
Sammy is actually at the Orange County shelter, and we work with them when they need help finding homes for their kitties.
Okay.
So we try and do as much as we can to help them. So they're on our site and also on Pet Finders.
Right. And then you have another one, Tigger,
who is absolutely a gloriously gorgeous cat.
Orange tabby.
Like a tabby, right? Yeah. Or is that a calico?
Well, he's more of a muted, I guess.
Very
muted orange.
He's not very. He's kind of a gray orange, actually. He's very unique looking.
And you took the photographs, right?
And these are his photographs of
They
Tigger.
look great. They look good.
And there's videos of Tigger too on the website.
Right, on your website.
And this is Rocky, who is absolutely a beautiful tuxedo.
Oh, it's Rocky.
Huh?
Oh no, it's Rocky or
that's
Holly.
Sorry
that's
about
Holly.
that. Holly.
Right.
Because
Rocky looks a lot like
Rocky
that.
looks like her, but so forgive me. No, this is Holly.
Okay.
And she's been in foster for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and but as you can see, she's just very gorgeous.
She is.
And this was taken at her foster's home. These pictures.
Great.
And there's a video of her up on the site too. So.
And that's on your website. So we do have the information for everybody on our screen, so
and
they can go to the website.
Those are the only 4 we have right now. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's all. Well, that's great. You guys have done
everybody else
fantastic
has been adopted.
job. We have some strange noise.
Back, here's another one of Holly.
Oh, that's a great photo.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's lovely.
All right, so if they want to get any information about how to participate with the Cat Club or find out about adopting or being a foster, they can go to your website.
Yes, please.
LagunaWoodsCatClub.com, correct?
Especially if they would consider becoming fosters. We have a tremendous need for people to take the kitties temporarily until they get adopted, and it's a very fulfilling job. And we really do need them.
Okay, well, perfect.
It's a great way to have the companionship of a cat without the cost, because we cover all of the expenses.
Right. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you both so much. I really am glad we were able to talk about the Cat Club, and maybe next time you guys come back, we can actually have a cat come with you.
Excellent.
Yeah, that will be fun. I mean, hopefully they won't, get too crazy on the set, because I know they can get spooked pretty easily, right?
They do get spooked easy. So
okay.
Thanks for having
Thank you,
us.
Lisa.
You're welcome. Yeah. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru, where families come first. As a family-ran dealership, your family's safety is our #1 priority. Come in and find the perfect Subaru from the largest selection of Subarus in Orange County. All models are top safety picks by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety. We offer the ideal balance of safety, performance, and economy. Irvine Subaru, more Subarus, more safety, more performance, more love.
At El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything. No hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sale services.
Hi, welcome back. We have Christy Maya with the Cancer Research Collaboration with us today, who's going to help us understand how their organization helps translate new technologies and advancement with cancer research and treatment. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
So that's a lot to say for one organization. Tell us a little bit about what CRC is all about.
So the CRC was put together, we grew up out of a breast cancer research program that was doing clinical work, working with BreastLink Medical Group, and Dr. John Link is the founder. And when we put together the Cancer Research Collaboration, it evolved because research has evolved, and it's not something that can be done by one entity. If you really want to move forward, you have to have partnerships, and that's why the collaboration. And then the way that cancer technology is moving with the human genome and with genomics it's more than about an anatomical site such as breast cancer. It's more about these gene targets. So when we formed the foundation organization 5 years ago, we decided to think beyond just breast cancer, which is where cancer research was going, into cancer overall, because the development of new procedures, new drugs, new treatments, things like that are going to be based on genomic targets, pathways, not necessarily the fact that it's a breast cancer or lung cancer. And there's reasons for that, why drug development is going to begin to move a lot faster, because you're not going to be limited by that type of cancer.
So for someone who is looking into treatments or research that's being done, and they come to you, how do you help them understand everything that's going on?
Well, it is a lot about education. It is a mouthful, and to synthesize that down. But I think that, patients looking for research and looking for research as a treatment option, the best thing to do is to look from the time of diagnosis. It used to be that research was brought into the picture or the treatment planning conversation when it was the last house on the block. It's not that way anymore. So we encourage patients when they call us and say, what trials do you have going? What are you doing? To go out and look at clinicaltrials.gov, see everything that's out there, kind of look at the information. If they have questions, they can call us back, but they can take that to their physician and discuss it with them. Most of the trials that we're doing in the clinical setting that our organization partners with BreastLink is in the area of breast cancer, except in advanced diagnostics, we're doing other work.
Well, right. Now, some other collaborations that you have are with radiology and a variety of other places. So tell me a little bit about those.
Yeah, so doing the clinical trials work, bringing new drugs to patients in the clinic is more under the breast umbrella, but we do work with RadNet, which is a big diagnostic imaging company, and then investigators that need imaging advanced technology to diagnose their cancer. So there's things that you can do. For instance, PET-CT has novel tracers that target these particular genes or pathways that can light up and show that clinician whether or not the particular drug that they're using is working, because it goes to the same spot in the cancer that the drug is supposed to go to. So then they can look at their imaging scan and see, there it is, I see there's benefit here.
Okay, and so with all of your collaborations that you do, is there any one in particular area that you feel is more important than another right now?
No, it's all very important. It's very important to detect the cancer, to find it early, to pinpoint where it is so the clinicians can do their job or the surgeons can do their job. It's very important to follow tumors for response with radiology to the new treatments that we're delivering in the clinic, the drugs that have been developed. And it's very important for the patient that after they're treated with their cancer, they have other strategies to prolong their life and give them good quality of life.
Okay. Now, let's talk about if someone wanted to get in touch with you in terms of, like if they went to your website, what are some of the things that they're going to see on the website and what would be helpful to them?
Well, I think the resource of kind of where we're going, they're not going to get a huge amount of information because that's not what it's designed for. It's really designed to tell you about us, but it's going to give them some places to go look or the ability to contact us with any of their questions. It will talk about our different strategies, which are to do the clinical work that we've done for over 20 years with BreastLink Medical Group, as well as some of the new things we're doing, such as some of our fundraising has gone towards something we're very proud of that started last year, which is when patients have run out of treatment options, in order to get access to these new drugs, they need a mechanism to do that. And it's become very complicated. So we have taken some of our money and put it into a program that we will help patients access new drugs under a compassionate use protocol. That's all the regulatory things are all rolled up into it, and they're able to receive those drugs when they have no other treatment options left.
Well, sounds like a very good resource for people, though, for sure, right?
I think so.
Okay, excellent. And you did talk a little bit about fundraising. What are some of the fundraising things that you're going to be doing over the next year?
So we're going to have our 5th annual golf tournament. Okay. And that takes place September 17th, and that's at the Mission Viejo Country Club. Okay. And that's our primary fundraiser. We do take private donations, and people have made arrangements, you know, to give other gifts and other ways that we work with their estate planning and things like that. And all of that goes into assisting us to do the work that we do, which is to have collaborations, be able to do clinical trials, to be able to cover compassionate use protocols for patients, as well as we've opened some new programs. We just began to do some work in New York, so we do have a chapter in New York. Okay. And most of the funding in New York is going to patient programs, education, genetics is a big thing in cancer right now, and so a genetic counselor we're able to fund in a program that gives access to breast cancer patients to a genetic counselor, as well as we just launched a new nutritional program with a company called Blue Mesa Health. Who it's an app-based program, and they've done a really fantastic job in the area of diabetes, of making outcomes, and we know that women with breast cancer who will have a better outcome if they pay attention to diet and exercise. And so this is a program that we've been able to fund, and it just launched. It's going to be on our website if anybody wants to find out about it. Right now it's launched in New York, but we are going to bring it to the West Coast.
It sounds great. I mean, what a nice, helpful thing for people to have.
Yeah, we think so. And there's a big need. And sometimes, you know, even just under normal circumstances, that's a difficult subject, you know. And but when people have undergone treatment and they want to make that change, sometimes the financial resources aren't there. But this gives them access to a coach and a nutritionist and a way to track all that. And it's something that's funded by our program.
Excellent. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about it that you think I might have forgotten?
No, I don't think so. I think just the important thing about cancer and cancer research and what all the organizations are doing is the field is accelerated in finding new discoveries, but with that brings costs, and organizations don't have the access to funding. And if we're going to keep, the way we're going to make advances is by working together. And we need to continue to be able to do that work, to reach out to academic partners, to private partners, to not be owned by one single thing, but to be able to focus. And that's my board makes sure that our focus is to do what's best for the patient that's going to be on the other end of the research that we do, and not to do it for a single organization.
Right. Well, thank you very much for the information. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me this morning.
And if you have any additional questions regarding cancer research collaboration, you can always go to their website. We'll be right back after this.
At BreastLink Laguna Hills, we understand the anxiety that comes along with healthcare. That's why we provide breast-dedicated specialists in imaging, surgery, and oncology. We have one center, one team, with one focus, you. Studies have shown that cancer patient outcomes are better when treated by dedicated specialists. This makes a difference for women who want timely, concise, and accurate answers. BreastLink delivers the care you deserve with the quality you expect. Whether you need us now or later, we're always here.
And our movie coming up is Home Again. That will be shown today at 2 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. It stars Reese Witherspoon. And this is all about a single mom living in Los Angeles. Her life takes an unexpected turn when she allows 3 young guys to move in with her. Now, this is a comedy and a little romance because at one point, I believe she starts a relationship with one of them. And you know, the fun stuff that, that goes on with all that. And Reese Witherspoon, if you remember some of her older movies, she did a lot of comedy movies. That's kind of like what this is. And looks like a really good movie. That's Candice Bergen in there playing her mom. I haven't seen her in something for quite a while, but I understand she's, she made this movie and there's another movie she's doing as well. So there she is right there. Home Again will be shown at 2. With subtitles, and then at 6 o'clock, and brought to you by Breastlink. Now, a very different movie coming up on Friday. This is called Annihilation. It stars Natalie Portman and Jennifer Jason Leigh, and it's about a biologist and former soldier, played by Natalie Portman, as she is shocked when her missing husband comes home near death from a top secret mission into the Shimmer, a mysterious quarantine zone no one has ever returned from. Now Lena and her elite team must enter a beautiful yet deadly world of mutated landscapes and creatures to discover how to stop the growing phenomenon which threatens all life on Earth. I haven't seen this and I don't know much about it, but obviously it's a kind of a thriller and fantasy all in one. And a good cast. Natalie Portman, of course, is a great actress. Jennifer Jason Leigh. I don't know what she's done lately, but she goes back all the way. Remember the Fast Times at Ridgemont High? That was one of her first movies, but she's in this as well. And this will be the Friday movie coming up on July 13th. So should be pretty good. Very different. It kind of has that Pandora feel on it. If you remember watching, what was the movie? I can't think of the movie now. I'm looking over at Devin. The world of, it's Pandora was the world that they were in. Avatar. Avatar, yes. Thank you. I never saw Avatar, but this has, I've seen parts of the movie, and this has that look to it. So that will be on Friday. I want to tell you about something that's going on this evening, a wonderful presentation from the Global Harmony Symphony that will be over at Laguna Hills Community Center. This is totally free. It starts at 7:30, and it's being sponsored by the Laguna Woods Village Symphony. If you'd like to go over there, get there a little bit earlier than that, free admission, free parking. However, if you would like to make a donation to the Laguna Woods Village Symphony, as I said, they sponsor this. They have said that they would appreciate that. But some nice music. I think it lasts for about an hour and a half. And this was the founding director, Valerie Geller, oversees this. Just a fun event, great music. And they've been doing this maybe once every couple months. So if you'd like to join in and have a nice relaxing evening, and cool because you'll be inside, Laguna Hills Community Center, right down there by the high school, Laguna Hills High School. That will be tonight. Now, I want to remind you folks, you got some bulky items you want to get rid of, please don't put them in the dumpster. You can take care of them free of charge. If you call Resident Services at 949-597-4600, they will arrange with Waste Management, which is the company that oversees all the trash responsibilities here in the village. They'll arrange for them to come out and take that away for you. So again, please do not put that out in the trash. This is the same thing goes for if you have electronic e-waste items. There's a lot of programs that cover all this. Obviously, if you have any toxic items like paint, don't put those in the bins. Call Resident Services. They'll help you out with that, 597-4600, and take care of that responsibility. Now, let's be responsible about the weather, right? It's still going to be hot, but we're probably going to be down, well, if you look what we were Friday, we're going to be down by about 20 degrees, believe it or not. So I'm looking at anywhere from 88 to about 90 today. The difference is we're going to start to feel that humidity. You probably saw it over the weekend. I think at our house we were about 30% humidity on Saturday and about 35 on Sunday. That's going to go up due to all the monsoonal moisture that comes into the southwest, and it's going to start to move westward, which means chances of rain coming in tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Friday. Not a lot for this area. However, in the mountains and deserts, high deserts particularly, starting today all the way through Friday, they're looking at a very good chance of thunderstorms, which they've already gotten. If you saw over the weekend, Big Bear got thunderstorms followed by hail, which is not unusual. We've had that happen here, and there is a chance even here of maybe getting a thunderstorm on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, but definitely a chance of rain, which, you know what, would feel real nice, especially with the temperatures dropping by about 20 degrees compared to just a few days ago. Going forward, Friday, 85, and next weekend should be very pleasant in the mid-80s. Wonderful around Orange County today. Wonderful, what I mean is, compared to what we had just a couple days ago, all the temperatures are down, as you can see. Even Palm Springs is down by about, they were about 117, 118 as their high over the weekend. So nice weather. Again, that chance of rain coming in throughout the week, which I kind of hope it happens. That would be kind of nice. All right, folks, I'm going to be gone for about, really for about a week and a half. So obviously Lisa will be here, and I think Paul might fill in one day. So have a good week coming up. Tomorrow we have the baby boomers coming on. We also have Stuart Spencer of Advanced Ear Care and community concerts, and also scheduled is Supervisor Lisa Bartlett. Take care. Bye-bye.